Hey everybody, it's Zap, and I want to explain the concept of comps or comparable properties. These two pieces of notepads are comps, right? They're both notepads. They're both 8.5 by 11. You can write on them. They both have writing on them, right? Now this one has more writing than this one, so they're not exactly the same. This one has a logo on the bottom, so they're not exactly the same. But as far as someone saying, hey, I'm looking for a notepad, these are comparable, right? I would probably pay about as much for this notepad as I would pay for this one, but you get the idea. So those are notepads. Let's take a look at these two pens, right? So here's two pens. I would call these comps, right? They both are pens. This one I think is black, and this one also black, right? They write about the same. Now this one's a little bit thicker. It has a little bit of like a cushion. You can't really see it, but like a little bit of a cushion here. So I might pay more for this one because it's a little bit softer, more comfortable than this one. This one actually has some initials on it, so maybe that would lower its value because someone did something specific to that pen. This happens in houses a lot too, where someone will say, hey, I'm gonna put this specific type of carpet or specific type of color wall on my house because I like that color wall. So that would, maybe affect it. But again, these are comps. These are probably gonna pay about the same for that. Let's bring in these two. Now these two are comps too. These are actually exactly the same size, even the same manufacturer, Chapstick, same company. One is Spearmint and one is Candy Cane. So now the comps are very similar. It's just a preference. Do you prefer Spearmint or do you prefer Candy Cane? Now this is a little more seasonal, right? This is like a Christmas flavor, and this is a little more kind of 24/7, 365 flavor. So for the homeowner that had the Candy Cane, they may think their home is special because it's special edition, but I'm gonna tell them actually more people are gonna wanna probably buy this house because it's more common than your special house. This seller probably has a better shot than you do because this is more common. Okay, so there's our Chapstick comps. Now let's take a look at this. Now we're getting really identical twins here. This would be maybe like a comp for a condo where it's exactly the same size. It's just that one condo is a reverse of the other, right? This one has a long stem holding here on the right side for you, and this one has a long on the left side, but basically the same thing. So if this condo sold for $500,000, there's no way this one's gonna sell for $550,000 because your twin sister just sold for $500,000. So now let's get into super twinning. Shout out to Tycor Title. Super twinning. Now these are exactly the same, right? They have the same capacity to hold the exact same amount of liquid, and they are, for all intents and purposes, twins, right? So whatever I buy this cup for versus I buy this cup for, there's really very little distinguishing difference between the two. And the only thing I could do as a seller to make this cup more valuable is maybe, and I don't know if you can see this, is maybe put some more water in it, right? So maybe have updates on the inside, maybe have a cleaner, staged, better photos, better videos, better marketing, right? It's gonna give me a little bit more for this cup than this cup, but not that much, right? Because this and this are twins, and if I'm a buyer, I'm not gonna pay a whole bunch more money for this cup than this cup. So here are some examples of comparable things. So as you're out thinking about selling your home or thinking about buying a home, just know that if this sells for something, this is probably gonna sell for similar. Same for this, same for our pens, our cups, and our Chapstick. So let me know if you have any questions about comps, and we'll see you on the next video.